Yeah, and I hate to say it about Notre Dame, but I don't know if they want to be up there late in the season because if they make the playoffs, I think it's well. I guess if they end up making the playoffs, they will have had to improve some, from now to that point because they're gonna have to win all rest of their games. But I just think it's gonna be ugly if they're in the playoffs this year with the way they've
Yeah,
looked
I,
in 2 weeks.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. But I really believe if you look at some of those teams that are ahead of them, Alabama's not going to lose. Georgia's probably not going to lose. Oklahoma might lose, but who knows? I guess what I'm trying to say is that even if Notre Dame runs the table, looking at them, it's not going to be an impressive running of the table,
Yeah,
if you know.
yeah,
So I think even if they go undefeated, they could be on the outside looking in, which for me, I'm fine with that because I agree with you 100%. Right now, this Notre Dame team is nowhere near what they were last year or what they were in 2018. And part of the reason is their quarterback. I mean, they have got to, Ian Book, I said this to many people and they laughed at me. Ian Book ended up the winningest quarterback in Notre Dame history when you look at number of wins. And he reminded me a lot of Joe Montana. Now, obviously Joe Montana, he's not Joe Montana, but he reminded me of him in college where he was a leader. He could run, he could throw. It just seemed like when he was in the game, Notre Dame had a spark. And I think this guy that they've got now, Jack Cohn, great kid, good quarterback, good pocket quarterback. But obviously they needed to bring in their freshman, number 12, Buckner, to add some excitement to the offense because he could run a little bit with their pass run offense. And I think that's what they're going to need. They're going to need that spark at quarterback to open up their running game and keep defenses on their heels. So we'll see. I mean, I think this is supposed to be Notre Dame's down year from a standpoint of talent. I think next year you're going to see a Notre Dame team that probably will compete for the top four in the playoff spot. So we'll see.